What up, everybody? Party people, people of the intertubes. We have back day today. Starting off with some lat pullovers, replacing the lat prayers. Going to be a good session. I'll tell you why I made variations in specific ways. Get some good tidbits in here. I'm pretty tired. Went to power slap last night. It was fucking insane and pretty exhausted. So we're gonna do our best here. Just hop on this lat pullover, start warming up, and hopefully have a good back day. It'll help get actual fucking content when Mario's here and he's actually asking me questions. So I kind of noted this before, but you can use the pads. I know a lot of people like to do that. I like to drive in with my hands and push my elbows kind of out a little bit. Some people will put their triceps right on the pads and just do it like this. Some people can grab in, put their triceps on the pad. I like to actually use the bar for a little bit more force production. Feels better for my lats. Better stretch for me too, because if I put my elbows on the pads, I can get full, like, basically to where the machine stops and I'm not getting a big range of motion. So using that pad helps quite a bit. Yep, seatbelt's on for me not coming off the seat. If the range of motion is too short for you, totally fine to like put a pad kind of right there in the middle of your back. So you could also use like a foam roller, stand it up straight, and you'd be lean forward a little more so it's more range of motion for you. Just make sure on the way down, you're keeping that chest tall and not going like this and hunching over. Coming off a 2-day higher day, weight's about 219. I think over the course of this week, probably gonna drop back down to about 216, my guess. Pretty fucking light for me. Haven't been that weight in a long ass time. But I'm gonna begin feeling it pretty fucking bad. Each weight drop in prep, especially relative to like higher days, feels substantially worse. So like if I lose 3 pounds over the course of the week and I'm already really lean, that feels worse than if I dropped 3 pounds, 5 weeks ago. So keep that in mind. Weight has a lot to do with that. And just being lean for too damn long. That was potentiation, so we're gonna use 275. Just counting the implement as 45, like I always say. It's gonna be a tough one. So it is a lat emphasis day, which means usually on my emphasis days, I'm choosing a heavier compound, lower end of that 7 to 15 rep range. So I just did 11. Usually on these, you'll see me do more like the 15 to 20 range, but today, focus on going a little heavier, keeping in that 10 to 15, and progressing from there the rest of the meso. As I know, weight jumps aren't gonna be very easy as these carbs drop. I'll have pull-ups next, which is fairly fucking difficult after already having a lat pump, but it'll help me target them better too. Just remembering that I am on week 1 of this mesocycle. Volume starts a little lower, increases as we go on. Probably mostly in the form of rep and set adjustments. Since this will be the last meso, it's gonna feel like death in a couple weeks. So we're gonna go with the neutral pull-up, switching from the overhand from last mesocycle. This mesocycle especially, I'm making quite a bit of variations. I don't keep the variations in for much longer than about 6 weeks at a time when it comes to contest prep. 6 weeks at one variation, and if it's going extremely well and I'm making solid progressions, I might keep it in. But especially with stuff like pull-ups, I try to switch the grip, the width, things of that nature very frequently. So we're gonna go neutral as opposed to overhand from last time. And the neutral's a really good hit. I very much enjoy it. This is one of those exercises where I do like length and partials as an intensity technique. You can go chest, chin, or chest, chin, and then like when your elbow is right at 90 for that third kind of marking point of full range of motion in the lengthened positions. So chest, chin, couple in the elbows parallel. And I just keep track of that in the app by saying how many I got with each. I'll put like in the notes, chest to chin for parallel 1. Or if you know your marking points, you don't gotta write the whole thing, just like 2, 4, 1, or whatever it is. We have one more set. Always like if I'm feeling like shit, like today, there's always, especially on the weekends, good Lord, people coming up to you, and it's cool because they're really respectful and they're waiting for you to finish the set, but you can tell they kind of want to talk. So they're like, what's up? And then they kind of just motivate you a little more, get you more talkative. So Mara's asking if like I've had like weird interactions basically with people. I think the weirdest thing I've ever had is I was taking a piss and somebody was next to me and they were like, what's up, dude? Over the thing. But I don't care, man. I was like, and then they're like, hey, we basically just touched cocks. How do you feel about that? So none of it ever bothers me. If I was like, this has never happened to me, maybe it has. Yeah, it's happened mid-set. I don't get pissed or anything. I'm just like, hold on, you know, like mid-breath struggle. The hardest times is when I am like super close to show. So like, let's say 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, carbs are low. I've been dieting for a long time. Like I said, it gets hard because I'm in here and I'm pretty fucking tired, and you can tell. Sometimes I even will have like a hoodie, like a hood up, headphones in and shit, but I can tell somebody what to talk, so I still make time for it. But even in that, like it feels like it might be strenuous and a pain in the ass to have that conversation, but once I get into the conversation, it actually opens me up to my workout a little better too. So again, whenever I tell people like, please come up to me if you see me, I'll have like struggle faces and maybe mean faces, and I'm walking around with a fucking mohawk and I got muscles and shit, but I love this shit. It's weird. It's weird, but it's like seeing the impact we've had on the industry in a positive light is my favorite fucking thing ever. So yeah, I love it. I think the most uncomfortable thing is usually when it's uncomfortable for somebody else because they know they talk shit and I know they talk shit. and they just look at the fucking ground, because they'll never come talk shit to your face. Or I'll intentionally say what's up to them just so they can say like, hey, we're just people. Yeah. You're arguing with me online about hypertrophy, and it's ridiculous. Yeah. You don't gotta hate each other, bro. So I'm just like, what's up, dude? And they'll be like, oh shit, man, how's it going? And they're not anything like, man, fuck you, you guys are stupid. They don't say that shit to your face, bro. It doesn't happen. Ever, ever. Four, 2, 2. 4 to the chest, or 4 to the chin. No, yeah, chest, chin. It's 2 to the chin, 2 to the parallel. So that felt good. 2 sets. So that's 2 movements from our lats. Now I have 1 movement, which is a row. 3 exercises today. I had 4 exercises in the other pull day. Total working volume for this week is around 12, 13 sets. Maybe a little more. It's about that. But that will accumulate through this meso as well. The lengthened partials at the end will probably be tacked on, so I'll do still the same, like 4, 2, and then maybe 3 at the end there. That's kind of how I can track that better, because obviously you're going to failure on that 4. You're going to failure on that 2, because you're not getting it back to where it was. So I tack on the lengthens at the end to make the volume accumulate by reps, and then I might add a set or something. So let's get on a row, finish up this back stuff, and we'll see how our biceps and delts feel if I want to do those now or later. The handy dandy matrix row. You guys know I love this one. Might tack on lengthened partials at the end of this too, because as this meso goes on, it's going to be really difficult to complete these with the loads I'm going to use. For these, we'll go tapping, and then if it gets past the pad, hell yeah, and then again parallel. We'll see what fucking happens, but I'm going to push these pretty fucking hard. Just got to lock in a little bit. So I got an electrolyte, 0. Carbs are lower in my intros now. And just the water, because I'm getting a little cotton mouthy. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, and a decent ratio for like sport performance. Yeah. So it's actually a really good drink. So the things you're losing through perspiration, you're gaining back through the electrolyte, or whatever you want to get, the Gatorade light, Gator Light, whatever the fuck. Right. So I would just have one with carbs in it, or a Gatorade, but I already had my intra carbs at about 30. They're really low right now, and I needed a drink. Plus, I could tell I needed a bit more electrolytes, because this is first thing. I didn't even do cardio this morning. I woke up at 7:30 and came right here. Fuck yeah. That stretch on the in there, when you get to the end range and you think you're finally there, don't fucking come up yet. Push your chest that way. So when it comes here, this looks like full range, but the second I like cue pushing my chest back toward the wall, even bigger stretch, huge sensation back there. So give that cue a shot, see if you like it. But that stretch was fucking gnarly. So at the moment, meal one is basically my intra, 30 grams carbs, 20 grams protein. Meal two is a creamy with some cereal. So about 40 grams of protein from whey, or 45. About 50 grams carbs from cereal, no fat. Meal two post-workout is about an hour and a half later. I'm having about 50 grams carbs from rice, and then either chicken breast or shrimp. Then I go train again, like 2 hours, 3 hours after that. Post-workout again. I'll either have another form of high GI carbs like cereal with another creamy, or I'll just do rice and chicken, which is the majority of what I've been doing lately because I want to be more satiated. High glycemic carbs and whey protein move through the system a little faster, make you a little more hungry, especially with the sugar spikes. So usually post-workout meal at this moment for workout two is rice, chicken, and each meal I'm having about a handful of spinach. And then after that, the next meal is my final meal. Either yogurt mixed with whey and potentially another 30 to 50 grams of carbs, or another creamy if I don't do it for the post. And I have been switching that one lately though, because it is making me piss like 5 times through the night. So I also might just do more yogurt mixed with whey, or a higher fat protein like beef with some eggs, and then that 30-50 grams of carbs. So totals for the day around 250 protein, 225 to 260 depending grams carbs, 30 to 40 grams of fat. And then steps 10K, doing that weird glute stairs bullshit for cardio in the morning. Seems to be, I'm also just losing more fat, so who can fucking tell? But I'm gonna keep it up. It's not interfering with training yet, so we'll do what we can. There you go, that's a full day. No, fuck no, never do HIIT if you're trying to maintain your muscle. Yeah, if you're gonna do HIIT, do it after you work out, because it's a similar anaerobic activity. But don't do cardio after you work out generally. In the stairs, it's more of like I've told you guys about this, specifically target fat loss if it's even possible. The morning it's fasted with my fat, like my lipolytics, my GH, and that already is helping to mobilize the fatty acid, but you also want to oxidize and get rid of them. So if I can do that by putting blood into the tissue and doing that anaerobic activity, or the cardio, these stairs, squeezing my glute, putting more blood there, then we're gonna try. That's what I'm trying. It's an experiment. It's probably, who fucking knows. But again, I talked about this in another video way more in detail, so go find that. Other than that, yeah, heart rate's probably 110, 120 like normal. Yeah, it's like 3, and I'm leaning on the stairs and I'm squeezing my glute. Mobilize more fatty acids from an area to oxidize them during cardio. We'll see. A lot of guys swear by it, a lot of old pros, just from an anecdotal experience. I just hold like way more fat than most people in my glutes, like way fucking more. Six total sets, lat emphasis, one row there at the end. Implementing intensity techniques like length of partials in this session, which is gonna really benefit me later on in the meso whenever it's fucking hard to get through a set due to glycogen depletion. But guys, basically coming off those 2 high days, that's my last time doing that for the rest of prep. We're just digging from now on. Probably dropping carbs to sub 200 soon and just fucking pushing. So I'm gonna go to, me and Mario, I might try to film 1 or 2 more before I go. But Tuesday I head to New York for a friend plus Universe, just to see my friend for Tony for a couple days prior to going to Miami to film with RP for quite a few collabs. We'll be doing one with Chapato. She's gonna be doing a glute workout with us, and Aldo. Chris Herrera, that'll be fun. A couple other people, some podcasts from Mike, a couple member sections for me out there with Dylan, he'll be filming. So I'm excited actually. I'm ready to kind of go to a coastal region. Maybe I'll get some swimming in or something on a beach. I fucking love the water over there. So Mario will be here doing his thing, and he doesn't have Aaron here to pester him and try to steal him from me while I'm away. Yeah guys, I appreciate y'all watching as always. I have a PM session today, and then Mario's gonna come over. We're gonna watch some fights, and it'll be a good weekend. Good weekend. Guys, as always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and whatever else you people do on YouTube. I don't know. Chop it up, make talking head videos about how stupid I am. Yeah, whatever you want to do. Don't forget to milk the eccentric. Peace.